In this video, we're going to review how to write the equation of the line that passes through 2 points, and in particular, in this video, there will be some fractions involved. So the process is still the same at first. You're first going to calculate the slope, m. So we're going to use our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And it's helpful if you go back and actually label your points. I didn't leave myself a lot of space, but this would be x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're going to plug those into our formula. So y2 minus y1 would be 8 minus, there's still a minus sign in this formula, so you're subtracting -1. And when you subtract a negative, it actually becomes a +1. So be careful about your signs. And on the bottom, we have x2 minus x1, so -3. And again, minus -5 becomes +5. And then go through and simplify that. On the top, we get 9. On the bottom, we get 2. And if you can, you want to simplify that, but 9 over 2 does not reduce, does not simplify, and you do not want to turn it into a decimal. So we are going to use 9 over 2 for m. Next, you're going to take this information and plug it into point-slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We're going to use 9 over 2 for m, and then you can actually use either of the points for x1, y1 if you want, but I think it's just easier just to use the first one because it's already labeled. So when we plug that information in, we get y minus -1. So again, we have a double negative going on here, so this becomes +1 equals, and then this is our slope m, so 9 over 2, parentheses, x minus -5, so again, a double negative becomes +5. Now, we need to take this equation that's already in point-slope form, and we need to change it into slope-intercept form. Now, there's a couple ways to do this, but in my opinion, the easiest way is to get rid of this fraction. We hate fractions, so let's get rid of them. So we're going to circle the denominator, which is a 2. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. When we multiply the left by 2, everything gets multiplied by 2, so it becomes 2y plus 2. And remember, when we multiply the right side by 2, the only thing that really happens is the 2 cancels out. We still have a 9 on the top, and we have x plus 5 in parentheses. So now it's just like any other problem we've done before. We now need to distribute the 9. We have 2y plus 2 equals 9x plus 45. And we're trying, our whole goal here is to get y alone. So now I need to get rid of everything else that's near the y. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. I get 2y equals 9x plus 43. And now y is almost alone. I need to get rid of that 2, so I'm going to divide everything by 2. So when we simplify this, we're going to simplify any fractions that we can. It doesn't really look like we can, so it's just going to end up being y equals 9 over 2x, which is good. That means we did our work right because we want our slope to be 9 over 2, plus 43 over 2. And that is your final answer.